Catherine here, and today's a fun day. I got my Amazon Prime Days order in, and we're going to unbox these and then do a walkthrough of this new beauty. So stick around. Alright, I think what we'll do first is go ahead and go through the order. Now, some of this will be exciting. It's fun stuff. Some of it's just my staples for crafting that I need to replace, and that won't be quite as fun, but we'll go through them all. And I did open everything because I had some personal things mixed in too, so I wanted to pull those out and just have the crafts for now. Okay, so let's see. And I'll save the big fun box for last. And then we're going to, something I got in that fun box we're going to play with as well. Okay, so like I said, some will be exciting, some not. But I did get, I'll tell you, I don't know how y'all, if you shopped on Amazon Prime Days, but I didn't find that great of deals, to be honest, or I would have gotten a bunch more, but you know, I got a couple dollars off here or there, and it all adds up. But still, oh, look at this race paper. I thought this would be neat for some of my projects. Yeah, oh, there's a good bit in here. Isn't that cute? It's like something you get from Temu, but I'm not shopping Temu right now. All the prices went up. Anyway, I do like those. We'll make something with those one day. Oh, is there more in there? Oh, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so then we have something else over here. That's what this was. Something else. Let's see. Oh, I might need my trusty knife that I usually cut myself really good with, but here we go. I know, I should do it the other way, then I wouldn't risk that. Ooh, pretty purple. These are chiffon ribbon, but these are a little transparent, even prettier. So this will be fun to make projects with. Coming up in the fall, we're going to be having more plums and purple kind of papers that I create, so we'll be using those. Okay, and then some more chiffon ribbon. Oh, little tiny ones, but they're still pretty. I make mostly mini books, folios, so they will definitely work for that. Love the colors. They feel great. I like how they kind of are floppy whenever you put them in something. I actually like that. Okay, oh yeah, I had to get all, so my 1-inch punch wasn't working anymore, and I needed some other sizes, so I was waiting for Prime Days to get these. Yeah, hopefully they won't jam like my other one jammed all the time. Of course, it could have been operator error. All right, here's another fun little thing. Every time I go and visit my grandkids, I end up leaving my pencils because my granddaughter and I do projects, and I leave my pencils there. So I got new pencils, colored pencils, and I liked that it was in this container already. I do appreciate that because I'm running out of storage space. I don't know about anyone else. Ooh, tight. Very tight. Oh, yes, it helps. I know, I'll do it away from me this time. Okay. I didn't really want to rip the paper, but I did. It's a pretty little container. There we go. So some nice colored pencils, and they were reasonable. I forget the price. I should have had my price list out here to tell you, but there you go. I got a couple dollars off, like I said, here and there. No great big shakes or anything. And here's some more ribbon. I think on one of my videos I told y'all I had this very transparent ribbon, and I don't remember where I got it. I just loved it, and I'm running low. But here's some more translucent ribbon. Okay, can never have too much ribbon. I already opened this because I wanted to see them. So here's my elastic I use for most of my junk journals. So you've got the elastic and then the end pieces. Oh, here comes my helper. So this is Electra. I don't know if you met her on the last video, if you watched my last video. She is about 12 weeks old, and she came to us under the hood of a Buick. And when they opened the hood, out she popped. Poor little thing, but she survived, thank God, because we just love her. And, you know, we lost our gray boy. We just, oh my God, our gray baby a little bit. We lost him in March to lymphoma, and then here comes this gray kitten into our lives. Definitely seems meant to be. Look at these bright colors. Nice little inks. Can never have enough ink, right? Not enough colors. And, oh, some more. So I did get, I never have enough elastic either. And then these are probably my favorites. This one, it's just elastic bands. This is something, Passport A5, A8. I should put links because I really like these. These are about perfect for the junk journals. And then these are just continuous, you know, you don't have to tie them. These are already ready to go. And I got white ribbon, thinking I had plenty of the off-white, and then I'm out of my off-white, so I should have ordered that too. And this is a little thicker than I really wanted, but it'll still work. For the Shabby Chic project. We're getting there. Okay, then we have just some, yeah, here's the boring stuff. Double-sided tape, some pop-ups, and we've got double-sided. I already pulled one out because I had to. I was out. Do not like these. Do not like these at all. It's called X-Fasten. And what would happen, like I said, I already took one out and had to use it, but it sticks and you have to like move it so that it'll, yeah, they do not roll well at all, unfortunately. So I have to go back to my usual. I just thought it was a good price, and I didn't realize how small they were, so it was really not that great of a deal after all. Got some more. Oh, look at the spools they're on. I can use those spools for some kind of project. This is gorgeous, like champagne. They're shimmery, just beautiful. Vitals art. I'll put links to the things that I got that are pretty cool. All right, and then I got cardstock, 12 by 12 cardstock. I need that. Woo, running out of space here. We're almost done the unboxing, and then just some more. You can never have enough. I use a ton of cream stock cardstock, a ton. All right, and I think there's more cardstock, colored cardstock. Yep, lots of colors, pretty colors. Need cardstock. Oh, nothing exciting, but very needed. So I got two, oh, sorry, too far. I got two huge Beacon fabric tacks. I'm always running out of this. I love this stuff. I don't know about y'all. It's my favorite. All right, we're down to the, oh, wait a minute. No, there's something. No, that's empty. Never mind, sorry. Okay, we're down to the box. And this has a fun thing in it. All right, let's go. Let's see. What do we have here? Magnets, just small, because I never have, I think these are different. I think they're different sizes. Maybe not. I might have ended up opting just for the small ones. If I can get this open. Oh, I'm going to have to tear it. I hate when you can't get into things. All right, we're going to tear this sucker. No, I might not be able to. Anyway, well, they're magnets. We all know what magnets look like, but I do want to see if I got different sizes, because for my mini books, sometimes you want... Yeah, they are. That's what I thought I had gotten. So it goes from smaller to larger, and those are perfect. Okay, yeah, those are going to be really good for mini books. For when I use chipboard, because then you need magnets. You can't, I have not been able to put magnets on cardstock because it usually tears, but I'm going to pull these out and get rid of the box, and then we'll open them. Okay. I don't know what that is yet. But this is, well, it says badge making, but it's button making. I used to have one. I had one of those handheld ones. Imaginese, I think is how you would say it. And it was wonderful. It's handheld. And you can make your buttons and brads. So much fun, but you can't find the supplies for it anymore. So I need a button maker, and I just wanted a small one because it's just for my craft projects. I mean, I know some people make the large ones that you can wear on your clothes. Well, I don't need that. I just need one that I can make buttons for in my project. What do we have here? It's fun when you forget what you ordered. Oh yeah, so some multicolored staples for mini album, not mini albums, for my junk journal signatures. And if you've never seen how to do that, I'm going to do some for you because it's a good way to close them up. Look at the pretty colors. Yes, lots of pretty colors. So that's going to be fun. Multi-colors there. Okay. So next we have, this I believe is the crocodile. No, it's a big bite. Okay. Some of my things have broken and I need replacements. I've been putting it off. Yep. And I got, so this is the one that will also, you know, punch the hole and put the eyelets in. And that's the only thing that didn't come yet for my Prime Day orders is just multicolored eyelets. Coming for this baby. All right, I think y'all know how to use that, but we'll be doing projects with it. Okay. Here is the button maker, and we're going to make buttons for my project today. I might have to put it together, so I have to do that off camera. Oh boy, we got a big book. Oh, that's our paper. Okay. Yeah, I don't need this because I'm going to use my own paper. All right. I'll give it to my daughter-in-law. She sketches, so she could sketch on that probably. All right. And there'll be some things here I don't probably need, but here's our little... It might be bigger than I thought, but anyway. We've got plenty of these. Our base. And then I'm not going to need these. Shoot. Oh well. You never know. Maybe I'll make a little button for someone. And this is our plastic to cover it. And then there's, if you wanted to print or something on here and put it on there. But I will mostly be using my own papers. And I'll use my hole punch for it. Actually, this came with a hole punch. I'm not sure how to use it now. Okay, it looks pretty simple. And then this plastic goes over top. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to do a walkthrough of my flip through of my book that I created, but I need to put some buttons on. And I'll show you where I need the buttons. I thought that would be a fun way to do it. Where'd my book go? All right. So, and Electra's come back to help us. She's such a helpful kitty. Actually, she is just a fabulous kitty. I mean, she's turning out, so she sleeps at the bottom of our bed with our big cat. She's doing so good sleeping through the night with us now. And then she sits on my lap when I'm working on the computer. Just a good kitty. All right, it might be too much of a glare. Let me turn this one light off. Oops. Turn the wrong light off. Okay, so this is with my, I call them my Shabby Chic Romantic Summer papers. And I'm working on a second volume of these, and I'm also working on junk journal papers of these. So here's our little walkthrough. I made a travel notebook. Did I have it closed? No. You need to see it. Maybe I did. Yes, I did. Okay, so yeah, I made an elastic band here to open. And then open the flap. And this is what we need the buttons for. So we're going to put a button here and here and here and then twine to keep that closed because I always make things too thick. So anyway, here is our little booklet. And this pocket here holds kind of, it could be a document or a map. I thought it'd be cool if I had a map. Maybe I'll make one out of my second volume. And then you just got your little page here that you could really stick anything in there that you wanted. And I made just a little, all I did was take a circle punch and then a flower to hold it down, and that keeps it closed. And it slips back in its little document compartment there. And I did take some stickles on my cutouts and bling them up a little bit because it is shabby chic. And then we have a tag here. And within this kit, I have all these, so there's 12 because there's 3 pages with 4 each of these little, like little poems on them, kind of on journal cards. So there's one and a pocket. And we will make this, but it's going to be a day or two because I have to write down the instructions. I made it and I need to write down the instructions before I do a video, but we are going to make one of these. So you got your little tags and I stamped on the back. Isn't that pretty? Shabby Chic, Vintage, Tropical Travel. So little tags. And this is fun. We got our little slanted pockets there. We'll make that. I like having some places where the ribbon pops up. Now, within here, we've got a journal book, and I just used a ribbon method. I took my awl and poked holes and then used ribbon to tie it. Isn't she beautiful? And then we've got just our little, you can put pictures, journal on there. And then this, so you flip this up and the elastic's hidden under there. And, oh, and this one I put a little brad and went, so you got your little stamp there. I thought that was fun. Got your little key there. Well, what I did, I stamped the key and then I was like, oh, there's too much, so I trimmed it off and I trimmed the key a little bit. That's the thing about homemade, they're not perfect, right? And then she's on this one, little teacup, coffee cup, I guess, really, cappuccino it looks like. And another tag. Okay, and all these papers are available at my Etsy store and on Amazon now if you want to get it in the book form, 8.5 by 11. And this is the actual size of these journal cards. I cut them down for the tags. Here she comes. She's a busy kitty. Okay. And then they just slide in under this belly band. And then this goes back in its little house, and we're going to make buttons to close that up like that. And there she is having her tea. So it closes like this. And I'm just really tickled with how it turned out. And there's the back, just plain florals from that kit. And then I made this cluster for it. And I actually, after I made the cluster and I sprayed it and had it all glitzy, more on the chic side, I was like, oh, this is kind of more shabby. So I took some of my vintage photo ink and went over it a little bit. All right, now we're going to make the buttons to close that up. Okay, I'm back. I got this out of the box. It came just like this, except where's that little band? This band was holding this down to here, and that was the only thing. I removed this, and it just slid right off. So it came like this, and the curious thing is it came with these little wrenches, but I had no need to use them. So I don't know what that's all about, but anyway. I think I've got it figured out. So I made my first button, and I just wanted to take a piece of practice paper for that. The problem is you do have to put the backing on, and at first I was upset about that, but actually it might work because I'm going to use pop dots. My plan is I'm going to put pop dots on here, put it on my project, and then you'll have room then to do twine, or ribbon for your closure. I'm hoping anyway. I mean, this is an experiment. So what I figured out, and it came with instructions, but it's pretty self-explanatory actually. So and I'll leave a link for this in case you're interested in it. I needed my 1 inch, so my brand new 1 inch hole punch, and I found this is pretty dark because then when you put the plastic over it, it's a little darker than I want, so I'm going with some light pieces here. Hopefully I'll have enough paper. Oh, I'm not sure if I will. I'm probably gonna run out of paper for 3 of them, but we'll give it a try here. See if I can conserve it a little bit. So 1, and then I'm trying to get the lighter. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get another piece. 2, And let me see. Oh, here's some lighter too. Okay. Oh, look at that pretty blue. I think this might look pretty, but we'll play with it and see. Am I probably a little bit? Let's move this here. All I'm doing right now is just figuring out what paper I want to use and then using my 1-inch hole punch. So we should have 3 in here. Let's see how they look. That one's stuck. There it is. Okay. So we've got our little papers. Which side? Yeah, I want that side. So that they're a little bit lighter. Okay. And then we'll take one of these and we put it in here this way. Oh, no, it goes. Okay, might be the wrong one. Okay, sorry. There we go. Yes. So you want this one first. And it just fits right in there. So I knew that was wrong as soon as I started doing it. This one is so pretty. Now, what I discovered, so you need these little plastic pieces. I had put this down and then tried to put the plastic over and the paper kept moving. So I want to position this in half of that. I don't know how other people get around that, but there we go. So then it's where we want it to be. And we turn this and then press, and it kind of crunches. So it looks like it's down all the way. Now the problem is, so I thought, well, maybe I can take it out, but you can't. See, it's up in here waiting for the next piece. So I don't know a way around that. Maybe someone does. I'd love to know if there's a way around. But it might work out putting these on anyway. Where's my backing? So I got to use a backing. And then we would put it, we want this to go on the button. I'm trying to remember how I did it. Yeah, we want that to go. Where is it? Yeah. So it needs to attach like that. So you put it in so that the flat piece is there. I think that's what they're telling us here. Yes, the flat piece. Right and wrong. Although that seems like that's sticking up. Okay. I didn't pay a whole lot for this, so it's not like this, like really, you know, high-tech kind of thing. Okay, and then we've got our button. Pretty, isn't it? Okay, let's make these other two, and then I'm going to add them to my book. We got our 3 buttons. Let's bring our book over and see if this little experiment's going to work. It might just bomb. I don't know, but we'll bomb here on YouTube together. So, all right. Yeah, the idea is here and here and then twine. Where's my new pop-ups? Because I was out of those. Okay, I got my foam pop dots and let's see how we want these. I don't know that it matters a lot. Maybe put that one there because it's a little darker. So let's see. This just might be a good thing that it has that there. I think I'm going to need more than one pop dot. That needs to be thicker. These aren't that thick. Okay. Backing doesn't want to come off. Of course, I guess it wouldn't have to if we're going to put more on, but here we go. So here we go. We're going to see if this was a good idea or not. Let's just try one. Maybe that's all it needs. Put that about there. I don't know how it's going to stick. Maybe, maybe not. Experiment's fun though, isn't it? It's fun experimenting. Especially when it goes well. Well, looky there. Okay, well, hey, that's one way to get your button without that thing, and maybe the wall. Man, that one won't pull out. This one's definitely going to need a couple, which I kind of envisioned that anyway. That I would need several pop dots layered on here. I could do like you know, just put like something that would bulk it up and then put the pop dot. Still don't think that's even. No, see, that's not popped up enough. It is better to have that button on there. I'm going to fix that. I won't fix it on camera. I mean, I'll fix it afterwards. Let's just see if any of this is even going to work. I think I'm going to have to come up with another method of getting these on there. I think it will work. It's just a matter of getting these on there so that they'll stick. Okay, now we just need twine or ribbon and see if it even will work at all. It doesn't look like it because they're popping up already. Let me see if I can come up with something and come back. All right, so what I came up with, and I ended up using, I didn't make another button, I used my test button because I thought, well, that actually looks okay on there. It seemed too dark before, but I think that'll be okay. So I still have to do this one, so I'll show you what I did. And I think it's gonna work. I mean, I know it's a lot of rigging when, you know, you can just pop your paper, you can just cut your paper and use those as a button to do this, but I wanted something a little unique, and you can see there how thick I ended up having to have it. So you will see that. That's the only thing. This may not be something that works, but I'm going to carry on with it because I've gone this far. So what I ended up doing was I unhooked the pin here. Well, if we can. The other ones didn't give me this trouble at all. So it seems like this one is down in there too far. There we go. So what I did is I unpinned it or unhooked it. I got my little jewelry making tool here and I cut this off. Now the only thing is you want to make sure you keep track of that because you want to dispose of it properly so no one steps on it, because it would really hurt if someone stepped on it. And it just flew. Right after I said that, I've kept track of all of them. It's so funny when you're filming. I will get that because I don't want a cat or a person to step on that sucker. All right, well, I'll find it. Okay, so now what I did from there, I cut out 4. I used my new 5/8 inch. So this is the 5/8 inch one. And I cut 4. I found that 4 worked good. And we're just going to make what my husband would call a shim. So we're going to do that. And I found that it helped to cushion it. I'm not really using the pop dots for their sticky side. I'm just using them for the cushioning. And I do not like these pop dots. So I don't know, some of my Prime Day things are good, some of them not so good, because I wanted to try to take advantage of that. You know, we pay for Prime and we should be able to get some sales too, but anyway, some of these off-brands were not that great. Then what I did is I just went ahead and glued, well, I actually glued them all together first, but there we go. And then just piled 4 of them on top of here, and that made it kind of cushiony. Now, as you can see, this wants to slide around, so I had to hold pressure till the glue dries a little bit. Alright, I'm back, and they actually feel pretty secure. So everything is dry and they're not too wobbly. I do have to like take up some glue there because it slid. I thought it was drying, but it slid. So anyway, I got some twine, and I thought I would just use twine to weave around here. So we'll just, you know, anchor it on this top one here. Might need more room. I got plenty of twine, so tie our knot here. I might have to make a double knot. We'll see how secure it feels. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Okay, well, let's double knot it just in case, for good measure. And when I do the tutorial on making this book, we are going to just use paper circles, okay? Then it's a lot less complicated than what this ended up being, but I do think it will work. And here's the thing, I just love how pretty they look on here. They just look so pretty on there. I'm happy about that. Okay, so then we will just weave it, and you can weave it all kinds of different ways, but I think just for simplicity's sake, this will work. Make like a triangle, and then I want to hold that down. Just twist it a couple times and cut off the end so you know where your end is. And you could even put a bead on that if you wanted, like a little bead on here. So then you just voila. Oops. Open it up and you've got your book and your other pieces under there, under your hidden compartment. All right, so we will, I feel like I gotta hold that. That's maybe not good, but there we go. Watch for, in a couple days, we are gonna have the tutorial on how to make this Shabby Chic Beauty. And maybe we won't make it so thick. Thanks for watching.